beg, buck me at the Emirates. Buck me at the Emirates, because I'll go. You let me know what game you want to go to. Yo, people, what we saying, what we spraying, back again with another stream. And obviously, usually do this on a Thursday. Some things had to mix up. Last week we skipped. It's okay. It wasn't Romsey's fault. He wasn't dodging anything. So I made that clear. It was my fault. This week, my fault again. I had to go.
No, bro. You're my brethren. I can't just say all the blames on you because there's a day you could do it and I couldn't. Then life, you don't know it's life, innit? So
I think that honesty is the best policy. Right. You get me? So just be a bit transparent. I actually went to go watch D play paddle in it. so yeah, I can't lie, and I won't lie. It was my first time ever watching paddle at all. Ever.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Shout out to D. Yeah. Was that the one with Dwight Gale and that? Is that the one you watched?
No. I went to the later session, but it was
because I watched. Do you know what? To this day, I've never played paddle still, bro. And
never.
I watched D played it with. I think it was him, Dwight Gale, Hector, and someone else, bro. You uploaded it. If you don't see it, go Samson and watch it. Yeah. Paddle looks lit, bro. To this day, I've still not played it, bro, but it looks lit. And I know D, bro, me and D sometimes chat off air. I know he'll wake up, go on his jog, and he's an early morning rising. I know he's on his paddle and he's running, so big up D, man. But I need to play it, bro. Watching that thing motivated, man. So I need to go and watch it.
I want to play, but D doesn't rate me in it. So D's like, before you play me, you got to go through. I've got to go through certain barricades before I actually get to the final boss in it. So, but yeah, I can't lie, because people would say to me paddle, because obviously I listen to a lot of, and it's funny because it will get into the first thing, but I listen to a lot of talk sport, on the radio. I can't lie, I've become an addict in it. When I'm driving in the car, just have the talk sport on listening to the news and all of that. I always hear people say paddle this, paddle that, and I was like, paddle? Like what the things that you rode the boat with? Like, do you know what I mean? I never knew. I was like, bro, what is that? But when I went and watched it, I won't lie. The one thing I will say is it looks so fun. Like, actually mad fun to play in it. It looks like some high-tech tennis in it. So so obviously, but we're here now. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, people, the typical admin stuff. Just make sure you're liking the video, subscribing to the channel on our way to 10K. If you are watching on the Twitter stream, I have reposted it with the YouTube link. Come over to the YouTube, because you can't like from Twitter. You can share from Twitter though, so you might as well retweet it from wherever you're watching it. Drop a like, and then you can go back to watching it from wherever you so wish to. And also make sure you're subscribing to Football Verbal, where you will find Roms and his brothers doing some football content as well. The date today is the 18th of October 2025, and I still haven't received the invite in it. So obviously, big up them, man. I hear it, not famous enough yet, but hey, we'll get there one day. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start somewhere pretty neutral, because like I said, I've been listening to a lot of talk sport, and especially over the last few days, because I've had to drive a lot of places in it, and there's been a topic of conversation that they've been talking about quite a lot. And I don't know if you've heard about it, but apparently the Premier League is considering bringing in a salary cap to the Premier League, innit? And essentially how it will work is whatever the bottom team's earnings are for the season, I think they times that by 5. And then that will be the salary cap. So it should work out somewhere to around 550 million. That's around about the figure of what the salary cap will be.
Per club.
Per club. So every club, the salary cap will be 550 million. And now, from what I understand, that includes transfers as well. So this is where I think a tiny problem comes in. Is that, for example, teams like Manchester United already spend like 350 million a year on wages. So they would only really have 200 million wiggle room, and then within that wiggle room, you'd have to consider not only the transfer fee, but then the wages that that player would take on as well. So I guess there's an argument for both sides. Obviously, if you're a team at the mid to lower end of the table, you're probably going to say, oh yeah, I think the salary cap will bring greater competition to the Premier League, because now obviously teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Chelsea can't just blow everyone out of the water, buy all the best players, all of that stuff, and further increase the gap. But then you'll have the argument of maybe some neutrals and then teams at the higher end of the table, they'll be like, really all you're doing is limiting our ability to be the most competitive, not only in the league, but in Europe as well. Because when it comes to teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, rah, they're not only thinking about Premier League, they're thinking about Champions League. Do you know what I mean? So basically, if you impose a salary cap onto Premier League teams, really and truly, all that means is that you're giving chance for teams in La Liga, teams in Serie A, teams in Bundesliga to catch up. And then I don't know, because obviously it wouldn't really create an impact maybe in the first few years, but then eventually, no, go on.
Big up, because this is the first time I've heard this, so big up, bro. And I need to do my due diligence, but before I do my due diligence and research this and whatnot, I'll give my early opinion on this. I know you're saying it will work out to be about what it could be about, like, what, 550 million per team. But do you know what I think? Like you said, this will be a massive problem for the top six, in my opinion. And even for me, you said transfers and wages, but I think this is going to affect big players coming, top six teams signing, the top six signing. We could even say top 8 now, like the Newcastles, the Villas signing players, because I can't lie, yeah. How many times do you hear this line? Oh, but we can't sell him because of the wages he's on. How many? We hear it probably every summer when we're doing transfers and this, that, and other. Oh, but look at the wages he's on. You can't send him. Oh, he's not going to want to downgrade his wages. Obviously, there's been some examples that, correct me if I'm wrong, you or in the chat, Rashford, when he went Barca, took a pay cut, I think, or maybe they've split it. But there is examples of players taking pay cut, but they're the ones that desperately want to play. The ones that, for example, and I know this is factual evidence, Sancho and Sterling. Sterling said to Chelsea, again, some people outside of YouTube that I know him, he is settled in London. He said, the only way you sell me is if I go to a Fulham or whatnot, but it has to be on loan because I'm not willing to lower my wages. So there's some players that the ball, he doesn't care about ball anymore, by the way. But you can kind of see, it's well documented that he just wants the bag and look after time. And fair enough, you've mashed work, you're kicking ball from 16, 17. I hear it. Everyone's got different motivations, but I think this will be a big problem for the top six, because let's say, I'm trying to think of it. Let's say Osimhen, perfect example, The reason why no top 6 team, us, you lot, Chelsea have touched this guy is because he was demanding so much wages, wasn't he? So let's say I think on Napoli, he was on, don't quote me, chat, but wasn't it between 250 and 280k? And I mean, when I say 250, 280k, I mean, that's in pound sterling if you convert, I think at Chelsea he wanted near enough their highest. I think he wanted more than Reece James. I think he wanted that 300k, and that's for any that's for any club that wanted him. Now imagine you sign a player like that. That could be most of your allocation for that year done. You get it? That could be it done. So the way I see it is, tops, you know what? I actually agree with you. I think the mid teams to bottom half teams will agree with this. They're going to be all for it. But again, top 6 teams, I think they're gonna push back on this big time, bro. Big time. It's going to affect the big 6 the most.
Yeah. Well, I would say globally, probably yes, but I do think it will punish, even though they may not see it immediately, it will punish a lot of the smaller teams as well, because who do you sign?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It then limits who you can sign, right? Because, like, for example, if I'll just use Sancho as an example, not saying anyone would want to sign him, but let's just say okay, Arsenal, yeah, okay, we don't want to sign Sancho now, and Chelsea don't want to keep him because they're considering the salary cap. It's not like, oh, Arsenal can't get Sancho and Chelsea won't keep him, so me, Brentford, I can go and get Sancho now. That's not going to work because Sancho still wants them wages. This is the thing. The players are gonna. It will affect the players as well because, like, for example, use Havertz as an example. Yeah, Havertz is on 275k a week, around that, at Arsenal. He's not moving to anywhere for less than that.
Facts.
Why would he? What? Because of a salary? He's not going to do that. So now, all that means is what you may find happen is players will just wait out their contracts, not sign new contracts, and then go somewhere on a free, and then be like, okay, cool. You know what? Now Real Madrid, I don't actually mind now taking a bit less on wages because I know you'll give me a hefty sign-on fee, which will probably equate to what I would have earned if I got a salary boost anyway. So it could mash up the Premier League in ways that you could never fathom. And look, it would have to be voted in. Like, that's with all things in the Premier League, it would have to be voted in. And I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure the majority of teams would vote it in, really and truly. Especially because even if you just think about it, yeah. All right, just to name a few teams that 100% wouldn't vote it in. Arsenal, definitely not voting it in. Chelsea, 100,000,000% not voting it in. Man United, no way in hell. Liverpool, no way in hell. Newcastle, absolutely no way on this God's green. They're already annoyed about PSR. Aston Villa.
Exactly.
Yeah. Aston Villa. Hell, Aston Villa last season was spending like 90% of their revenue on wages. So there's no way that they're going to entertain a salary cap where they now have to sort out all of that rubbish as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
They have to start selling players, bro.
They have to start selling players. Like the likes of, for example, Sunderland. Sunderland are not going to do it. Sunderland just came up from the Championship and spent over 100 million. On play. You think they're going to entertain a salary because they want to?
When you're signing players, it's also the status of player you're signing. Yeah, when you're signing players like Xhaka that have previous that are quite a big name for that size of a club, he's going to demand a certain wage. Now, if the wage cap is that instilled now, it's like, oh, you know, we can't offer you that. All right, cool, cheerio. I'm looking at the next club. Do you know what I mean? You're spot on. You're spot. Yeah. And the thing is, let me give you an example. Let's say if it was just the top 6 that weren't in favor of this. Let's say the other 14 Prem clubs. Actually, I'm going to chuck in Villa. And let me chuck in Villa and Newcastle. Let's say the top 8 weren't in favor. So they're still outweighed by 12-8, yeah? Do you know why? Even if, and this is where politics come into it, do you know why Premier League still won't approve this, in my opinion, even if the vote was 12-8, sorry. The top 8 bring in too much money for the Premier League. Properly, especially the top 6, bro. Because, bro, like, I know they say Premier League obviously is the biggest marketable league in the world, and that's all true, but that's mainly because of 6 teams. Let's just keep it a buck. It is mainly because of 6 teams. Yes, I'm not saying the other 14 teams don't do their bit, because they do. West Ham Conference League, Villa going in for their club, deep run in the Champions League. Do you get it? I'm trying to think of other examples. Hopefully Crystal Palace do their thing this year and win the conference, whatnot. There's examples of other teams still putting the Prem on the map. But predominantly, it's, even if you take away Spurs and Man City, even when it used to be the original 4, which I'll be real, Hooks, I really do miss, but the original 4 year in our clubs, Arsenal, our clubs, Chelsea and United, us 4 were having deep Champions League runs. We were getting, if you want to do collective, it was minimum quarters, minimum in that kind of era. We've always kind of put the Prem on. Gone.
If you wanna be real as well, like if you honestly want to be real, yeah, it's really Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool that generate a lot of the stuff for the Premier League. Anyway, like Chelsea over the years on the come up, but they're still.
I say Chelsea recently in the Premier League era. I'll say it's mainly us, and again, some people won't agree that, but I know exactly what you're saying. Recently, it is because even one thing you got to rate about Chelsea, I'd say they're more. I don't even want to bring the Sancho and client stuff up recently. But I want to quickly. Actually, I've got a question for Karma quickly. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Karma. You're from that side of the pond. Like, has that story been blown up in America? To let me know if it has or not, right? If you are American, I think I remember you saying you was, but bro, Chelsea recently, as much you don't want to say it, Club World Cup, like they're in with these rappers and that. Do you get it? Like, I don't know what is it just me? In fact, I'll say Arsenal and Chelsea. Big like celebrities are always going to your ground. London's a big factor as well, but you've had Kim K, you've had Ruby Rose, they've had Sweetie recently. Like, I would say even in that aspect, like Chelsea have Paul in that regard. And I feel like they're still quite a big advert in the Premier League. So I agree with you, but I would actually say recent years, Hooks, you could possibly even argue Chelsea one of the most. Do you know what I mean? Because whoever their like marketing director and whatnot is, they're quite smart. They tap into what's popping. Do you get? They tap in with the current stuff. So I'd say Chelsea recently, but I understand what you mean. Predominantly, it is they hate it, but predominantly it's the big three, bro. It just is. And we've got the biggest fan bases as well. So that you need to understand that when you've got a big fan base in your Premier League team, that's still helping the Premier League overall. Yes, it's you can do the bragging routes. Oh, club has this, that. But do you know what I mean? It's still helping the Premier League, bro.
And I mean, another anti for like, well, I hope some reps
said it has. Karma said
it has. Wavy. I hope some reps from or people with connections to Premier League clubs are watching this year, because I'm literally going to tell you what I would do if, for example, I was the owner of Arsenal. Yeah. If I'm the owner of Arsenal and all of you little man have voted for a salary cap, I say no more. Do you know, I'll give an example for a club, Fulham, because the Fulham owner is for it. And obviously he's an NFL owner as well. So obviously he knows about the salary cap.
Wrestling promotion. What's it? Not WWE, the other one. His name's Khan something, innit?
Yeah.
That's it. I think AEW. Yeah, he's
for it. Because obviously NFL, they have a salary cap in it, but it's different in the NFL, because in the NFL you don't buy players. Basically, you just take on their contracts. So like, so you don't buy players, you just take on their contracts in it. So it would be like however much left Saka has on his contract. Say he moved to Liverpool wouldn't pay Arsenal a fee. They would just take on Saka's contract, and they'll be the ones that pay like his contract in it.
Could we add to it? So let's say he was earning, I don't know, 30 million a year at Arsenal. Could we say, you know what, as an incentive, come to us and then we'll add on another 5 million. You'll get 35 million.
No. The players don't have choice. The players don't have choice. Right. You just get traded. Yeah, it's like but you don't have a choice.
You know what, that makes it, because I don't know a thing about American sport. I think the big three, baseball, basketball, and NFL. I don't have a clue about them yet, but that makes sense because I never really hear this club. Like, I don't know, Lakers have bought this player for 10 minutes. You never hear. No. Everything's just drafts and trades.
Yeah, it's a trade. Yeah, drafts and trades. That's all it is. So that's why it kind of, to a degree, can work over there. But over here, because you pay transfer fees, there's like that extra added on element of P's in it. But I would just be like,
for example, Hookshare, bro, imagine this summer there was a salary cap. You said it's about 550 million. Just alone on two players, we've already spent about 260, 70 billion.
You'll be finished. And then the contract you gave to Salah as well, long. But
and Van Dijk.
It's long. It'd be long. But just use Fulham as an example because he's for it. All right, cool. I'm the Arsenal owner. All right, say no more. All right, who's your best players? Safe. Yeah. Start talking to them. I want to sign you. Immediately cause problems in your camp. Immediately, because if Arsenal go in for, let's just say Josh King. Arsenal, Berta starts talking to Josh King. Josh King's not saying no to Arsenal. He's a proper baller. He's not saying no to Arsenal. And you know what? Even to add on to that, swear Fulham, you're trying to sign this guy. All right, cool. I see Fulham are trying to sign you. What are you saying? What are you saying? I would do it to all of them. All of them. I swear that.
Just spiteful.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
want
all of
this?
them.
Cool. Now I'm gonna take all your time.
All of them. I swear that because what I have to get rid of my players now because of the salary cap. Okay, cool. They're on high salaries. That's fine. But they're the man that you want. They're not on high salaries. What you think they're going to you over me? Ha. Especially when they know that a lot of my players have to leave. Ha. Yeah, go on. I dare you vote yes. I dare you to vote yes. And by the way, big up Prom Ice, yeah, for gifting not one, but 2 half-time Hawks memberships. Yeah, bad man. Love for the love. Appreciate the support. You're real G. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, Mr. Slot Ball came true, yeah, with the super purge. Yeah. Happy Saturday, all. Premier League's back. Do you get it? Premier League is back. You don't know. And before we actually start talking about, you know, the goings on of what the Premier League coming back here, happy the international break is over. You know, I see there's okay. So for me, there's a variety of ways to look at it. Yeah. So for me, as a fan of Arsenal Football Club, I hate every international break because it means I can't watch Arsenal. But I full well understand why for Arsenal Football Club, these international breaks might be good. Because, for example, we've got players that are injured. Cool. It eats into the time frame that they're out. Hear it. Arsenal specifically, before the international break, we went top of the league. Cool. I hear it. Nice bit of 2 weeks, feel good factor, top of the league, all of that stuff. From a Liverpool perspective, you know, on your bad run, you know, I don't know. Is it good that the international break came? A bit of time away to think, free refresh, reset, all of that stuff? Or do you want the games to come thick and fast and just work your way out of the bad form? Like, I don't really know what's the kind of perspective.
This one was weird because I've always said, yeah, when my club lose, I'm going to assume you have the same mentality. I want to play as quickly as possible to get that win again, bro. However, you made a very good point. Obviously, you're speaking about it from an Arsenal perspective. I'm speaking about it from a Liverpool perspective. Slot seemed like he was running out of ideas. 3 back-to-back losses, all away from home. This one, I actually think we need it. I don't normally like the international break, but let me actually double down. You know why this one, I'm like you. I hate every international break, whether Liverpool win, losing, or drawing. But you know why this one actually intrigued me a bit, yeah? There's many times you go into an international break, there is no incentive whatsoever. But this one, and especially the one in March, are going to be lit. And actually, let me say the one in March, it will be lit. This one it piqued my interest a bit, Hooks, because there was jeopardy on some games. There was, we have to win this today and go on top of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, the Nigeria game, I watched.
Yeah.
I've never watched the African qualify for the World Cup in my life. But I've got a lot of Niger friends in that. Yeah. They had to win by a certain goal margin to get playoff. They're still not fully through, by the way, but get playoffs in that. Even in Europe, yeah, Portugal they will go through, but they're not Gara. Belgium, they beat Wales, but if they didn't beat Wales, yeah, they wouldn't have been guaranteed. North Macedonia are going punch to punch with them. Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
There's another big nation, Italy. They won their last 2 games, so they got a bit of leeway. But even them, no. Italy don't have an automatic place because Norway are going on mad. Odegaard, Haaland, Nusa. You know, Norway, their defense is there. You know, their attack is they could cause problem at the World Cup. You know,
Haaland.
If Haaland, Odegaard, that Nusa winger, I've watched him a few times. Cold, Oscar Bob. I don't know their defenders like that, but from what I'm hearing, that's where they will get picked off. But yeah, big up Mali. Italy are actually going to the playoffs, bro. And when you start hearing, they have to win this to get here, it start even naturally as a foot fan. Like, let me tune in because with a lot of international breaks, bro, when things are on the line, players go back to their clubs. Players are above. Like, come on, Reece James and that weren't really injured. They just probably want to probably want to bait. But this one, teams have to do stuff. perfect example, yeah. And I saw your tweet, 125 million guys. You get, but perfect example. Sweden, Sweden. Even though your striker wasn't back in as well, but well, anyway. And I rate Gokhan, so that's not no slight on him. But bro, big up Shane every time. You know what? I was going so mad, yeah. Sometimes I've interacted with Shane on Twitter, and I see him always in the comments. I didn't know who he was until I remember he's the Irish guy on I've seen on Lee's channel, and that speaks a lot. So big up Shane every time. But bro, when I actually looked at a lot of situations that could happen this international break, I was like, you know what? Let me not do the lazy narrative thing. Oh, international, but this one actually was quite, for me personally, was quite interesting. And then the next one, there's still like clubs that have to do certain stuff. I was reading something with Sweden, yeah. Sweden aren't going to finish.
They can still go through
because it's something to do with the nations. That's like Wales as well. Yeah. Wales don't finish top 2 in there. I think there's some groups, there's 5 teams, some groups, there's 14. But if they don't finish top 2, because of Nations League or something, they finish top, they're guaranteed a playoff or something. So, yeah, bro, like this. What I will say, though, the next one I think will be more boring because a lot of teams know their destiny. But you see the one in March, playoffs, bro, like all over the continent. The one in March, I don't think you're going to get this discourse of, let me tell you a few things why you're not going to get this discourse of, international break. One, it's March. Like, 75% of the season's been played. Clubs will kind of know their destiny. We'll probably get an idea of who will win the goal.
That's the thick of it, though, man.
True.
Like March, you're in the like. If it like put it this way, yeah. Obviously, it depends on the context, innit? But let's just say, for example, let's just say Arsenal and Liverpool are on the same points, yeah.
Then you don't want it to, yeah.
You're on an 8-game win spree, yeah, and I've lost my last 2 games. You don't want the international break to come.
You're bang on. Do you know what, Hooks? Do you know what validates what you're saying? Even United fans, especially Saeed, big up Saeed. Saeed even said, this is coming at a perfect time for Liverpool because, again, you know me, it's like you. You're always going to back Arsenal to win at Emirates. I always back my club to win at Anfield. But Saeed made a very good point. Had we played them after the free, put it like this, had we played them after the free losses to back,
yeah,
I think we'll win in it. We're going to get onto that later on the stream. But my win might have turned into a draw because momentum is a big thing in football. Everyone knows this. I'll never predict us to lose at home, but they had just won their last 2, correct me if I'm wrong. Sesko coming into a bit of form. Yeah. We're looking dire, running out of ideas. Like, we look a bit flat. If they had played us then, I could even concede, bro, we might actually draw it. I mean, we drew early in the year when we were even better and they got a result that they probably should have won. But now, for fresh, and what's another confidence booster? I know it's for their nation, but a lot of our players performed well. Bearman got G at our club. Was it TNT? No, one in our club. TNT put a tweet out yesterday. About 8-9 of our players got GA and some are scoring multiple goals in it. So even that, they're all coming back into camp. I'm seeing a picture release. It looks harmonious. Everyone looks happy again. I think we're actually going to beat United comfortably in it. Again, we're going to get onto that. But you're spot on. Like, sometimes international break, when you're poor and whatnot, it's good for the players. But you're actually spot on. In March, if we're on a mad winning run and you're on the same points as us, but let's say, 2 weeks before the international break, you were 6 points ahead of us. But you've now dropped points in 2 consecutive games, and we've now leveled it, and we're on that run. Then it's our international break. What if then a few players then get injured, and then you have an injury free? You're spot on. You're spot on.
Yeah,
bro. Spot on.
It's a that March one for us specifically could be the worst thing to happen ever. It could just be the worst thing to happen ever.
Do you know what I'll say, Hooks, though? Like, cool. You're spot on, yeah? I feel like, and this goes for every league in the world, you could say, especially the big European leagues. If you're in a title race, you don't want that. But the general consensus, remember I said it now in October, when we approach March, a lot of the teams that kind of know their destiny and don't really have much to play for, they're going to love that break because that is playoffs. Like, if you lose, you're not in the World Cup. If you win, you're in the World Cup. I actually think that international break, you're going to get players that, let's say, players that have a little niggle, they might go back to their club. Let's say if it's an October, September international break. You're going to see players then that have a niggle that will play for their country, bro. Yeah. And again, it's risky because World Cup from then would be only a couple months out, but you want to get your nation there. And a lot of man, let's keep it up. A lot of men have never played at a World Cup, bro. I'm seeing nations like Gabon. Aubameyang can play his first ever World Cup. Jamaica, our first one since '98. Like there's so many different motivations for different players. Do you know what I mean?
That would be cold still.
We need to, bro. We need to.
That would be cold. That would be cold. I might be in America by then, and Jamaica in America.
You know, we've got a big base in Miami. There's enough Jamaicans in Miami because Jamaica's not far. It's like an hour flight, I think, from Miami and that. But I need to get out there, bro. I need to get out there, especially if Jamaica qualify. I have to.
But just finally on just to wrap up on the international break, the Premier League being back side of thing, because you said, like this international break, it wasn't too bad because it wasn't too because there was things going on. Yeah, I'll be so real with you. Yeah, me specifically. Yeah, I don't really like international football as much as I used to in it because of the players. Like, because think of it from me. From my perspective, I support England. Yeah, I support England. Yeah, now England, like, I watched their games, but like I wasn't locked in because we're already through. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so to me, I'm like thinking, what I'm looking at it like, why are you even playing Saka and Rice? Do you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at it like, why are you playing Saka? That you like Tuchel, you know what you're getting from Saka. Like you don't need to learn anything more about Saka. Why is Saka playing as much as he's playing in this international break? So that's the first. The second thing is, I don't look around the nations anymore and be like, yeah, you're a player I really want to watch. Like, for example, back in the day, man, I had Ronaldo, you get me, R9, man, I had Ronaldinho, man, I had Totti, man, I had Pirlo, do you get it? Man, I had Busquets and Xavi, and like, I can go around the different nations and there's player, JJ Okocha, like all them.
There's more superstars per name. Now there's not. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, I don't really care about watching Norway or Sweden, even though my players play for them. I don't really care because it's like Ibrahimovic is not there no more. I'm not going to see the bicycle kick from Quay out there. And do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really that interesting anymore. Like, obviously, when the World Cup comes on, I'll be super invested.
That's different.
But for me, the best thing that happened this international break is my Blue Samurais done big up, punched up Brazil, bro.
See, that's what I actually watched that game. That hurt because Hooks, you just speak about the nations you support, yeah? You lot have known me well enough. My favorite art of football is dribbling. That's all. A lot of people like finishing, a lot of people like passing. My best players in the history were Messi, Neymar, Ronaldinho, R9. So Brazil resonates with what I love about football. So I've always said when it comes to the Euros, I support England. World Cup, I support Brazil. People be like, but you have no affinity to Brazil. I get that, but the whole reason why I fell in love with ball is because of what Brazilian players that done. Do you know what I mean? So when I saw Brazil 2-0 up, because the thing is, let me not like I was watching it with undivided attention. I was doing things, but it was on in the background, innit? Your boy Martinelli scored though, good goal as well. But I was watching it. And I see 2-0, then I'll be real from about the 60th to 70th minute for that. Maybe a bit longer, maybe 60th to 80th. 20 minutes I have to go upstairs and do something. I come back, bro. It's 3-2. I'm like, Ancelotti, what you do? You're a seasoned manager. What you doing? And bro, I follow a lot of Brazil. Like, you see, like the equivalent of like AFC stuff, and you know them aggregators that always keep you updated with your club. Yeah, there's something called I'm gonna butcher the name, Selecao Talk and All Things Brazil. They're two big pages on Twitter that I follow in it, and even they're saying like when you check the comment, Twitter I have to translate post. Brazilians speaking madness, and then I translate it. They're like, "I'm sure you get out now and that. I don't care what you done for Madrid and whatnot. Like you can't be losing." I'm thinking, raw, they're on him.
That's what Brazilians are like, though. Yeah, that's what Brazilians are like. Brazilians is not a joke. It's not a joke thing with Brazilians. Like them man. Yeah,
it's been years since they lost. Actually, no, they won Copa America, I think, a couple of years ago. But World Cup's their main thing, bro. Like you think of World Cup, you think of Brazil. Like most people think of Brazil in it. Like bro.
France. I'll be fair, or France.
Yeah, you're right, actually, or France still, because they got iconic moments. Some would even say it. I think Italy have only won less than Brazil. Do you know what I mean?
So. Yeah, they've won quite a lot still.
Bro, 2002. Obviously, I don't remember it like that. I was younger. I know you. I'm not saying you're older or anything, but like that, you remember that tournament, and that's a tournament I would have loved to be old enough to.
It's okay, I'm old. It's fine.
You're not old still. You're not old. You're just old enough to see, because that front three of Rivaldo, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho. Yeah. I wish I understood football then. Like I wish I did. Because what my uncles and that tell me, it's crazy.
A lot of men don't even like when they talk about Brazil now, you rarely hear any of them mention Rivaldo. Rivaldo was nice.
Yeah.
Rivaldo was cold. Oh my god, he was. So
2002 though, Hooks, bro. Like, you're nearly going on wait, by the next World Cup, you're nearly touching 30 years, bro, for a nation that big. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
It is. And you know what these South America, like, you know what it's like in South America. If you flop,
I've seen the maddest comment always on side, bro. I'll be real. From young, I just hand gestures. I can't help it, bro.
It might have to be a teamwork thing, you know. I can't like that £100, that would be nuts. I hear. Hey, but if you're willing to drop the £100,
you know what? Actually, Hooks is my brother. Yeah. For the rest of the show, cool. Stick to your word. Stick to your word always on side. Yeah, I'll stay like this if you can send £100 to us. I genuinely would, bro. I'll do the whole stream.
I promise you, it's going to be very hard for you to fulfill that, because we got to get down to business now. Yeah, and you, man, you got Manchester United at Anfield. Yeah, and I'll be real with you. If this becomes 4 in the back-to-back losses, yeah. It could get dark, you know. I swear to you, like the gravity of this game. The gravity of this game is mad. Do you know why? Because it's all right. Obviously, I'll let you do your thing and talk about it, yeah. But I just want to get one thing out there that you can consider when you're talking about it, yeah. Is you could go into that game Sunday 4:30, yeah, Super Sunday, already being 4 points behind Arsenal.
Change could to will. I'm just gonna say it from now.
Okay, Will. Okay, Will. Hey, I was being fair because I don't want to disrespect Fulham, but could
fair
be enough. 4 points clear, yeah. And then if you do lose that game, depending on how other results go, it's no longer of a conversation of you're just behind Arsenal. You could be behind Man City. You could be behind Tottenham. You could be behind. I think there's one other team. I think Bournemouth. I think it's Bournemouth. If Bournemouth win, then they'll go above you. So you could end up the end of this game week 5th. And then the final thing to add on to that, if Manchester United beat you, Manchester United of how first Amorim would have got his first back-to-back win against you. That's the first thing. And then second, they could be 2 points behind you. And then it's like the whole rhetoric has just immediately changed. So I guess how are you feeling about Sunday, bro? How are you feeling, man?
Do you know what I keep saying? Yeah, I've said this for weeks now. I think it won't be easy. Like, I know I said at the start of the stream, I think we beat them comfortably, and I think eventually, I think the scoreline will be comfy. But actually, because you can get games where the scoreline seems comfy. How many times have we said, "Oh, the scoreline doesn't reflect how the game." That's what I think Sunday might be. Because, bro, you know me. As long as I've known you, I don't even think you've ever even predicted a draw at the Emirates unless you've had mass injuries, bro. Me and you are the same in that way, where our clubs at home, we back them to it. Say that again.
Just quickly, you've already failed, by the way. Just before I throw that out, you've already failed.
Sorry, bro. I can't. I'm sorry. I actually can't, bro.
I said you would. It's fine. It's okay. I hear it.
But, yeah, the things with this, and I know right now we're devoid of ideas. You know what's mad? Slot don't know his best 11, let alone his best formation, let alone the best combinations, chemistry. Everything's all over the gaff. But always on side. I know you were sweating. Because if I did, you would have had to. You know what I mean? But bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one, and I keep saying this to rivals. One thing in common about them, all of them three losses, there was a common denominator. Yeah. All three of them were away from home. I'm dead. That said the second time, you know.
That's funny.
Big up Wesley every time, man. But yeah, Hook's that one common denominator. All them wins were away from home, yeah. For me, the Galatasaray performance weren't even as poor as people made out, but I was already bringing them. I'm dead. But the Galatasaray performance wasn't as bad as everyone makes out, but we still lost. And then 2 last-minute goals away at Palace and Chelsea, innit? But we're at Anfield, bro. And a lot of people, you know what Real fans do? They laugh at the thing when some Liverpool fans say Anfield is Anfield. But it really is, because last season, we lose there once against Forest, bro. A team that we should have, but I think it was at 80% possession. But they had a game plan. They kept hitting us on their break. On the clock, we went 3.5 years Premier League games not losing. Like, it's no myth. We don't really lose at home. Like, this isn't a myth. We're not making this up. We don't know. And how many games in the last couple of years that you look at Liverpool, like, they should have lost that, especially at Anfield, but we didn't. We either got a draw, we either got something from it, or we won. Now, this United team, they've come into a bit of, they're still dead. I'm going to put that out there. You are still food. Whatever United, but I wish Jordan Brown was in here, but you are still food. Don't let anything convince you otherwise. But I'm an honest guy. You've come into a bit of form. I think Amram's had his first back-to-back Prem wins, I think. Was it back?
No.
Was it back-to-back?
No. He still don't have. He still doesn't have back-to-back wins.
Before Burnley, didn't they beat someone? Or am I bugging?
No, I'll check while.
Check their result. I swear they've got their first back-to-back. Or I might be bugging, but I swear they did.
No, I don't think they did. I think they're still on the search for back-to-back wins. I won't lie to you.
I know their last win was against Burnley, and I could swear they beat someone before that.
No, because they beat Sunderland
home wins
the last game, but they lost to Brentford 3-1, and then before that they beat Chelsea 2-1, but before that they lost to Man City 3-0, and then before that they beat Burnley 3-2, but then before that they lost 12-11 on penalties to Grimsby, innit? So
you know, I got it confused because I knew back-to-back was relevant in some way. It's back-to-back home wins, but bro, Sesko coming into a bit form. I think me and you always said. I think me and you both said all along, he's not a bad footballer. I just don't think he's a cold striker like that, innit? Watch him bang on top bins now, but I just think he's a decent footballer. But again, the way we're playing right now, our Achilles heel is the wide areas. Say what you want about Cunha, he's not started well, but I still think he's a baller. Say what you want about Mbeumo, they can still cause us trouble, innit? But with all that being said, Hooks, I think we win this game, bro. I can't, you know, the last time we lost 4 games in all competitions was, I think, 86, bro. In 1986-87 season. So I think we win this game, Hooks. I do think a big player has to be dropped now. The Liverpool fans are about to say, what the hell are you on about, considering his record? For me, for balance reasons, I'm packing the midfield. I know we have problems with Achilles heel. I know people just said, hold on, you've got problem in wide areas and you want to pack the midfield. But they have no midfield. That 2 in midfield have been a problem for the best part of 2-3 years. But I would drop Salah and bring him on. Because people are like, why would you drop Salah? Look at his record. He will come on and score, in my opinion. But I think at start, I want to see Isaac and Ekitike as the old school 2 up front. One can drop, Ekitike can drop in the 10 a bit. But you know in Pro Evo, you know when you used to play Pro World, SS and CF, the support here. That's what I want to see. Because I think we can cause havoc with them too against United. But Hooks, bro, I think we get back to winning ways. Last actually, I was going to say last Prem game of the weekend. It's actually technically
it's the game on Monday.
Last game under the light, Sunday evening. And do you know what, Hookshare? I think you'll understand what I mean. I'd rather United at home than Sunderland at home. because I feel like games you expect to win, you can become a bit complacent. Our arch rivals where we have to be up for it, bro. We have to be up for it. No, there's no ifs and buts. Arch rivals, Sunday evening under the lights, bro. We've been in dreadful form. There's no better team to say for our players to say, you know what, our season starts now again, bro. Our season gets going again. So for me, bro, I think we get the job done. I'm gonna go 3-1 because as much I think we do beat them, and I think it'll be a 3-1 result. I still don't trust the defense. They're gonna get a consolation goal some way, shape, or form, and it will be off an You know, a lot of our goals hooks this season have been individual errors. They've not been like, for me, structural errors. They've been a lot of. I can go through each game. Yeah, Semenyo has been like someone we have to, Kyle, bro. We have to. Semenyo, both of Semenyo's goals were us leaving space. Actually, that could be a game of structural. But the Newcastle thing, Kirkhead's doing the pause, but backing it up on flipping, and letting them go forward, and then Curtis Jones not tracking Eddie and Nketiah and whatnot, and Robson not picking up Esteval. It's been little individual like lapses in concentration, but yeah, bro, I just think I can see, I don't know, a misplaced pass and United intercepting to make it 3-1. Do you get? I think we'll be ahead by then, but I don't think we keep a clean sheet. But I think we win this game, bro. I think Anfield will be raucous. Like, I think we win this 3-1. We have, because Hooks, I'm putting the Arsenal and City results in the bag. I know some people might say historically Arsenal struggle against Fulham and whatnot, but you are a different Arsenal this year. I have to be honest. You've got too much depth. Like, I'm seeing a lot of your. Do you know what's mad about you lot this season? And it must feel nice as Arsenal fans. Even the most pessimistic Arsenal fans this season are predicting you lot to go and win it. There is a very good feel-good factor within. Wouldn't you say, Hooks, first time in a long time, there's not really a divide like that? I feel like you lot are all singing from the same hymn sheet because of the window you've had. So for me, Arsenal would have won, City would have won. I've never wrote off City from this title race, and I just think, bro, we need to get this win, and I do think we will. And look, United ain't beat us at Anfield in the best part of 10 years now. I think it's coming up to 10 years. And I just think, bro, we've got to. The only thing that, if you ask me what's the one thing that worries you, they kind of have a blueprint, right? I know it's a different 11 now, but, bro, they got a 2-2 draw with a better Liverpool team, bro. A game that they should have won. So if they kind of gain confidence from that, again, I know a lot of people might be watching this thinking, no, Roms, though, it's different 11, but this 11 right now isn't playing as good as that one. Do you know? Yeah, it was Rooney. I remember he roofed it against Mignolet. I think they had Van Houten. He roofed it still, but it's been. One thing I'll say about Anfield, yeah, and I'm going to include with a crowd with this, because a lot of people say, you have to count the COVID results as well. Cool, but like the proof's in the pudding. With crowd, it is quite difficult for teams. Like United has been coming up to 10 years. Like Chelsea, the last time they were, you see the charity game the other day, the last time Chelsea got a dub at Anfield with an audience was with Hazard and Costa, bro. That were playing Legends game the other day. For them, it's been nearly 10 years. For City, it's been 20 plus without a crowd. They had to batter us in COVID and that. Spurs, again, it's been years for them. All of the top 6 teams.
We're too. I don't know about all comps, but I know Premier League. We're 2012.
Yeah, so I saw one tweet yesterday, Hookshare. For Spurs, it's 2012 as well at Anfield. This is with a crowd before you smart ass to say in COVID, Chelsea and City won. They did, but this is you're literally proving my point. When we have our audience, we have our fans, it is hard for anyone, because Arsenal and Tottenham is 2012, United is 2016, City is 2002 or something with a crowd. Like, they won it when we were wearing Reebok and that, but that's how long it's been for them, look, bro. Like, there's proof in the pudding. Like, when we have our crowd, bro, a lot of top 6 teams have gone years not winning. So, bro, and forget even the top 6 teams. You've heard the greatest, Wenger, Mourinho, Sir Alex. They all say it's the hardest. Yeah. It just is the hardest away fixture, bro. So, bro, I'll always back my team at home, and I think we win this 3-1, bro. We win this 3-1. We have to, bro. You know, they say normally a draw is a loss. A draw in this game, for me, a draw and a loss are just the same thing. There's not 3 outcomes on this game. There's not draw, loss, and win. For Liverpool, they're just a loss and win, bro.
Yeah.
That's just as simple as that. There's not even 3 outcomes.
And you know what? Yeah, you said you said that you haven't been good from wide areas, which I agree, but you were saying it from the completely different angle that I was thinking of, that made me think, rah, this game might actually be even harder for you, because you're talking about your defensive wide areas, which I think Acuna and Mbumo could expose.
Yeah,
I was thinking about your offensive wide areas, because we all know that Amorim, his system, if he decides to just low block, it's lot like I could see Manchester United doing to you at Anfield what Arsenal did to Tottenham last season at White Hart Lane, where it was just like, yeah, cool, go wide.
Wait, that's where Gabriel got the header in it, and you just
go wide. Go wide is fine. Go wide is fine, because they play with 3 at the back. So if they really want to pack out that box, I don't really know. I don't know who's carving that open, especially considering, like, in all honesty, your offensive players aren't really in the best of form.
Other than Ekitike, that's literally it,
yeah.
bro. And you know why you're spot on, Hook? This is why I'll tell you now, yeah. I play a 4-4-2 diamond. I play, obviously, Mamardashvili and I'll even go through the 11, yeah. I'm going to go Robbo for this game. Kirkes to come on, because I don't want him playing the occasion and not the actual match. I'm going to go Robbo
versus Mbumo. That might be a mismatch, you know.
Yeah, but I want experience for this, because Kirkes might fly in and get a red early, bro, or have to get hooked early. Then we're a sub that, like, nah, bro. So Kirkes can get introduced. Obviously, it'll be Kanate, and I'm gonna go through it now, Marcel. Big up Marcel every time. Be Kanate and Van Dijk. I'm actually gonna start Frimpong for this, because he needs to. I think he'll match. One thing about Kirkes and Bradley this season, they get early yellows, bro. It's like they're just ill-disciplined. You get both of them. And I even said it. I remember doing a preview of Don before the Chelsea game. I literally called it. If you don't believe me, go back and watch it. I said, Bradley will get a first half yellow card. What happens? He gets one early. He has to get hooked, bro. Kirkes will probably do the same. But for me, I'm playing our 4 midfielders. I'm playing Gravenberch at the base. McAllister Sobozad as a 2-8, so we can still help out Frimpong and whatnot. Wirtz is the 10, Isaac and Ekitike. The thing is, we play this 4-3-3, and this goes into what you said, Hookshare. We play this 4-3-3 and play Gakpo and Salah, which have been very predictable. They're both coming on inside and trying to put crosses in. It's very predictable. Man United can just, bro, it's Maguire or whoever they played, their defenders, Euro, will have a cigar in their mouth, bro. They'll just have to clear, because we're not aerially that good right now, because Isaac, we know, is aerially good, but again, he's not in form. Ekitike is not the best aerially. We need it more ball to feet and balls like in behind, you know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones, Hook. So I just think, for me, I know people watching this saying you can't drop Salah for his record. Listen, bring Salah on and let him terrorize them. Because, bro, regardless, I'll say from now, Salah will score. The United are his pets, bro. He pets these teams, bro. Like, he pets these lot. Salah can come on and score, but, bro, I want to start that 4-4-2 diamond, because I think if we start that 4-4-2 diamond, yeah, no. Even, listen, Meccano, Chiesa needs to start soon, but I still even want to. Him, Gakpo, Salah, and that can be introduced. But I think if we play the formation, I said 4-4-2 diamond. And you know what, Hookshare? I thought I was the only one, but I see one Liverpool fan. He's quite known. Is his name Sarib or Sakib something? He literally tweeted the same, and he did this from way back. He did this after the Chelsea loss. He's like, against United, I need to see this. He did the exact same. The only change was he had Bradley starting ahead of Frimpong for me. That was the only change, but the formation, he had the exact same. I think if we start that, Hooks, we could be 2-0 up within 20-25 minutes. I think the game could be done quite early, but I just think, and then when it's done, bring on Salah and Gakpo against tired legs, and then let them cause havoc. But I just think 4-4-2 diamond against this United team, because I know they can hurt us out wide, but they have 2 midfielders, 2 of which one's always vacating his space. Anyway, they basically have 1 midfielder, because if it's Casemiro and Bruno, which it probably will be, Bruno joins the attack as it is. Casemiro's on the island. If we pack the midfield, I think we can get a lot of success. Bro.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know where your lineup works really well as well? Is that in possession, it could easily morph to like Frimpong giving you that width on the right.
There you go.
Then Ekitike just drifting over to the left, and then you've kind of got Isak Arrow in the attack with the 2 wide men, and obviously Robertson tucking into left centre back over Kerkez makes more sense to me. I feel like the only
we're
way
to dominate the ball, Hooks. They're hardly going to see the ball.
Yeah,
let's be honest. You know what I mean?
I think that makes sense. I mean, because if you did it the other way, where it's like, I mean, you could play Gomez right back and then Kerkez left back, and then you could have Kerkez giving you the width on the left, but then that will kind of disjoint the attack, because then you're either asking Ekatike or Isak to provide the width on the right, which I feel like neither of them are too comfortable at doing. Like, you're not getting the best out of them if you're asking either one of them to give you width on the right. It doesn't make sense tactically. So I think your lineup does make a lot of sense. Thinking about it now, because obviously, just so you know, I've predicted Man United to win 2-1 in it, but like, but part of it is like, I didn't think I'd be using it this early, but I'm starting to judge. Like, you know, them ones you're just hoping. Like, I'm not saying it's like 100% gonna happen. Yeah, it is. This is it. It literally is hopium more than anything, innit? Because
I'm glad you admitted it.
Yeah, because at this point, I need you to drop as many points as possible. I didn't think I would be in this kind of position this early on in the season. So,
same. I didn't think you'll be top at this time myself. But, bro, do you know one thing I've not mentioned? And I know you'll agree to this. We can't just get the win, you know. We need a performance to match the win this game. Because I'll say that to say this, yeah. Wesley, you're even mad.
Wait, do you know how mad it is that Wesley is talking like this? Because Wesley used to jump in my stream. Me. He used to sleep me like, Hooks are top TPD top gunner Hooks, and now the bro, he's seeing the vision.
Hooks, this brings me back to my point earlier. Arsenal fans now, and it must be nice as an Arsenal fan, you're all singing from the same hymn sheet. I'm seeing pessimists saying, you know what, I think we can actually do it this year, off the back of your window. And look, if you're saying Wesley used to get onto you, and now he's saying, bro, like, he's bigger than Arsenal. This is what I mean. You lot are in there's a feel-good factor. There's a good morale around your club. But you know what I'd say? Yeah, I think we need a performance and a win, because I know some Liverpool fans might be watching and say, Roms, forget the performance off the back of 3 losses in a row. Let's just get the win. But this is what will happen. If, let's say we win 2-1 or 3-2 and we just scrape it and we've been poor, you're seeing all the defensive leaks and that. Yeah, we got the 3 points, but it's not going to instill us with any confidence going forward. Do you get it? It's like, yeah, we got the 3 points, but we're still, because let's be honest, when we won 5 out of 5, I weren't going to let you rivals know this. In-house, we knew we weren't that good. We did. Like, as much as we were top of the league, and you lot were saying things we agreed with, but we couldn't let you know that. So I'm not going to come on in and say, yeah, Hooks, you know what, yeah. You know what I was saying? I was saying 5 out of 5. We're top of the league. Everything else is subjective, but I still knew we weren't playing well, bro. Like, I knew that, but I wasn't going to let you lot know that, bro. Certain things are in-house. You don't air out your dirty laundry. You don't know that saying. You never air out your dirty laundry.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
But what I would say, Hooks, is
not one of them bars now.
Let me give you an example, yeah. Let's say, I don't think you do. Let's say you draw to Fulham, yeah. Let's say you draw to Fulham. Big up Grizz every time.
Man, like famous Grizz pulling up in my streams, you know.
Big up Uncle every time.
Big up Uncle Grizz, man.
What I would say, Hooks, yeah. Big up Grizz every time, bro. Grizz is one of the best people out. If you know, you know, but he is, man. But I say this to say, let me give you an example. I think you lot beat Fulham, but let's say you draw and we beat United, but our performance isn't convincing. That will still, like, there'll still be a narrative of, yeah, Liverpool have gone back onto the top of the Premier League, but they're still confident because they're scraping another win. Again, of course, I want to win this game, but I want the performance for once. Because I would say we've not had a full good 90 minutes performance yet. I'd say the first half again. Actually, Atletico Madrid, it was a good 70 minutes, I'd say. Maybe the last 20, because at the game, we were under the cosh. Everton, I think, we were sublime first half. Second half again, maybe a bit complacent, maybe a bit lackadaisical. But I've not watched a 90 minutes. And the Liverpool fans in the chat could maybe debunk this, maybe, but I don't think there's been a 90-minute start to finish this season that we have played well. There's been halves we've played well. I'd say the game we played well, the majority was the Atletico Madrid game. I'd say for a good 70 minutes we were good. But
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you just a quick question? Yeah. just to check, have you kind of said everything that you want to say on the Liverpool
Yeah,
game?
yeah. So my prediction 3-1. I think we did, and I do think we put in the best performance this season, in my opinion, so far. We need it.
Because obviously I know that you need to bounce. So just a final quick topic I want to touch upon, yeah, is Wirtz in it. Just quickly, yeah. And I'm not gonna troll him or anything. I'm actually getting bored now of trolling this guy because I didn't expect him to go this long without actually giving you any input. But I just wanted to ask you a kind of a two-pronged question in it. So the first question is, would you say that Atletico Madrid was his best performance? Because obviously I didn't watch the first half. I didn't watch the first, I think 70 minutes because I was driving in it, but I was listening to the game on the radio, and from how they were speaking about the game, especially that first half on the radio, it sounded like to me that Wirtz was doing a mad thing. And especially the link up with Isak, it sounded like in that Atletico Madrid game, he was moving disgusting, innit? That's just through me listening. Like I said,
remember when we did the show after, you were like, Ron, I heard he was on a mad thing. Him and Isak in that first half, he assisted Isak twice. When I say assisted, obviously Isak didn't score, obviously, but he played like two you remember the Community Shield, the pass he played to Ekitike, and Ekitike spun and banged it bottom bins. He did that twice for Isak, the Atletico Madrid game. So I think that's his best game so far. But you know, another game I think he played well, and you lot are gonna laugh, but you lost the game. Galatasaray, bro. Galatasaray. He was actually you watched it, innit? I had to watch again. I actually found big up Don and whatnot, but I actually found a way to watch the 90 minutes. Remember, I couldn't watch the first half that day. But I actually watched the 90. I'm sorry, but again, we live in an era. With me, I've never done the 00 thing, even for other clubs. I just think it's a bit childish. But bro, everyone's going to do the 00 this and get onto him. I watched that 90 minutes, bro. Wirtz was probably one of, if not our best player that Galatasaray game. So for me, Galatasaray and Atletico were his two best games. But you know what? I said this for the Everton game. He'll get GA and whatnot. But I do think we do see the Wirtz we saw at Leverkusen this weekend. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong in it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
do you know what? Very interesting. Yeah, I agree. But this leads me up. That was going to lead me on to my second question, but I don't think I need to ask the question now because you've kind of set the tone in it. So I watched did I watch it last night? I think it was last night. I think it was a Sky Sports interview with Van Dijk. I think it was Sky Sports. I need to watch that. I know there's that interview on about it. It came out recently. I need to watch it. Yeah. And basically, what he's kind of alluding to, which I guess you all could have kind of assumed that would have been the case anyway, with all players or all clubs, he was basically saying how, obviously paraphrasing, but he's getting all the spotlight and the talk from the outside and all of that stuff, but integrating into a new team abroad is difficult, and you got to things have got to be right, like where you're living, like connect with that stuff. He's basically trying to give a bit of context towards Wirtz in it. And he gives kind of a bit of insight into on the inside. So inside Liverpool's opinion of Wirtz. And he basically said everyone inside of it's just full of support. We see what he's doing every day in training, and we basically just knows it's about translating that onto the pitch, which will happen, which I think we all know will happen. Well, all of us with obviously there's people that are just, you know what I mean, they're just here for the banter and trolls and all of that stuff.
This is why I love the show hooks, because we'll banter each other here and there, but it's predominantly
because Wirtz, I wouldn't be surprised, because obviously I did predict you guys to lose, because remember, George, but I think if anybody changes the game on Sunday, it's him.
And
the reason why I say that, is because if I'm Wirtz, obviously I'm talking to everyone inside the camp anyway. But when I see my captain go out and kind of give me that big boost of faith, you know what I mean? Like my captain's kind of going out into the media and propping me up and backing me and all of that stuff, like that's a good feeling. Like if I'm Wirtz, I go into the next game feeling good. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not even just that, share. He's heard it from his captain. You could argue.
Jurgen Klopp came out and said something. Jurgen Klopp said something about it as well, right?
There's a few people over the last few weeks. One of, if not the greatest, for me, it will. There's debates in the Liverpool fan base, but his captain's come out and said it. Our best manager in recent history's come out and backed him. Dalglish, one of, if not our greatest player, has said there's a player there. I know, obviously, modern day people are going to get onto him in that, but I've seen enough. Like there is a player there, and Dalglish has come out and said it. So there's 3 influential figures in Liverpool's history that have backed. Like you said, that's going to instill him with confidence. Yeah. Again, we live in the era, but show me GA. Whatever we say, Brown fans just going to throw back. Cool. Show me GA. We get that. We're in that era, but I'm not really worried of. I'm not worried. I think he will hit the ground running. Honestly, bro, I genuinely think he will. And I think even Gerrard in the I have not watched the Rio thing yet, but I think even Gerrard spoke about Wirtz. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's actually a good interview, by the way. I was at the gym, I think last week, and I was listening to it while I was working out, and I can't lie. It was a very good conversation, and I found Gerard's thoughts on why it didn't work out at England very insightful. I'll be honest, I did find it very insightful. But all right, cool. So I think, let's be real, Wirtz has the chance to kind of engrave his name into all of the Liverpool fans' hearts, because him stepping up against Manchester United at Anfield, it could be.
You know what's mad as well, Hooks? Yeah, he's coming to a league where you don't get as much time as the ball in Bundesliga, but this United team, you're gonna have space, bro. Their fan base have been pulling their hair out the last 2-3 years because it's like a donut in the midfield. Casemiro's always left on the island. They're playing a 3-4-3 with 2 men in the midfield, but because Bruno's naturally offensively minded, Wirtz is going to have space this game, and that's why I actually think he's. You know what? Yeah, I want to see GA, but again, we're Liverpool fans at the end of the day. Even if we saw an amazing performance where he doesn't get GA, I think that would even be enough for us. I genuinely think, because there's something called a pre. Sometimes you get a pre-assist where the pass is better. Someone just has to do the little across the book, but the main pass, bro, was the main pre-assist, bro. Like, even if he does that, where he plays the pass and then they have to play another pass and we score, as long as we see a good performance, and I genuinely think we will, bro. I genuinely think we will. But
I think Sunday is the day he steps up and gets GA. Personally, I personally feel it is the.
I'm happy you're the one to say it, because I can't. I've said it a few times. I said it Everton. I said Everton. He will. I said there's another 2 games I said he would as well. I can't remember them now. Chelsea, I said he would. I said Everton. I said Chelsea, and I said another one. And Galatasaray, I think I said, because I said his Champions League's a bit slow. But yeah, so I'm just gonna wait till that happens now. But quickly, because obviously I know I have to dip, but quickly, just on your game, quickly. I know historically it's been not historically, but last few years it's been a bit of a hoodoo for you. I remember you drew there last season, and that was kind of coming like a combination of results where you dropped.
You haven't won there in 2 seasons, so.
But
bro, you know what?
I think you put it right.
Just quickly, because I did. I'm gonna do a video about. I'm gonna drop it maybe around, I don't know, 12:30, 1 o'clock, but. I think the hoodoo voodoo thing is a bit overstated. Now, 'cause I've been thinking about it a lot throughout the week, and I'm like, yeah, the last 2 seasons we haven't won there, but before that,
you're punching them up.
Like this, and on top of the fact that our squad and team is a lot stronger now than what it was the last 2 times we faced them, and I think we're in better form than when we was the last 2 times we faced them. And we've only conceded 1 open play goal this season in all competitions. And these men got bare injuries. Muniz out, Jimenez out, Chukwueze out, Sasa Lukic out. Like, they got a lot of their significant players out, so they're not going to be playing their strongest 11 against us. I just see a win. Like I've gone for 3-0 Arsenal. I maybe it could be 2-0, but the one thing I'm probably the most confident about, I know now I'm obviously I'm shooting myself in the foot, is that we're not going to concede. I'm pretty much confident about that. We're not.
You see, I predicted a goal less. I agree. I don't think you concede. I don't really see how they hurt you. A Wobie, Wilson at home they do kind of have a pep in their step, but put the 2-0 Arsenal in their bag, bro. I think you score either half. I can actually see Gokres first away goal. I can see Gokres opening the game, and then Gabriel header. No. I think Gabriel scores from a corner. Second half. So I think 2-0 Arsenal, bro. I think 2-0 Arsenal.
All right, sweet. Fair.
How about this? I'm going to go as far to say this. Football don't normally work like this, but this is why we need to start picking up form, because I've checked your next 4 games. I think you win all your games till the next international break. Again, I know that there's a chant people are going to say that's not.
Palace at home is hard. Palace at home will be a hard game. I saw our next Premier League game. Palace at home is a hard game.
Yeah, it will be a hard game. I know people watching this at paid on paper, and I get that. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I actually hope I'm wrong. But I can just see. I think you got Atletico Madrid at home in the champ. I just think every game to the international break, your run of fixtures after the next international break is where I think you will drop points. But this next run till the next, I think you actually get in the Prem 12 out of 12, Champions League 6 out of 6. I just think you're riding high at the moment, bro. And when momentum's key, and I just think, you'll do your thing.
Hey, well, it's nice to hear everyone talking nice about Arsenal now. I just wondered where was all of you guys when I was saying it at the beginning of the season? Everybody was slewing me. Oh, you struggled against United and sneaked the win and all that good stuff. But love for the love Roms. I know you got to be somewhere. So I know this. And by the way, people, I'm sending you man over there anyway. So Hooks Raid. So I'll say it real quick. Anyone that is watching on Twitter, I am now going to send you over to Never a Foul. You will only get sent over there if you are in the YouTube stream. So I did repost it. Click on the YouTube link. Come over here. People, make sure you're liking the video before you leave. And the real ones, make sure you're coming back onto the video, dropping a comment and hyping up the video to help the algorithms push it to the moon. And make sure you subscribe to Football Verbal. It is in the title. Don't be frauds.
Quickly, just a little plug as well. We've just done it because the international break. We did an all England draft. Some of the picks, including myself, are stinky. So go and give that a watch.
Go and check that out, man. So we'll catch you later. And remember, people, road to 10K. Help a brother out.
Man, I lick shot like Shevchenko. I got fam like getting on my nerves. Feel like man, I itch if that man get killed. Every day trying to get on nerve, but man just swerve, idiot, have a let go. I didn't mean idiot, have a let go. Man better mind out before they find out. It can get dark when you gas this petrol. Splash all over the pavement curb. Man know me, I don't play with verbs. Seen too much, I'm aiming first. Man don't think anymore, man burst. 18 and a clip that's gift and curse. Man won't limp this biscuit hurt. Civilian crashed on LinkedIn work. Got stacks on who's gonna be sprinting first. Them man, they have some man. Little idiots don't concern, man.